the video. I'm Jessie and I am outside because it is frickin' beautiful. This is my absolute most favorite type of weather and I am just soaking it up as much as I can before it gets super, super cold. If you've been following along, it is week 4 of The Artist's Way. Even if you haven't been following along, it's still week 4. And week 4 of The Artist's Way is Reading Deprivation Week. So in the book, Julia Cameron says that you're not allowed to read anything for a whole week except her book, of course. But the book was written in the 90s, and obviously in the modern age of social media, the internet, podcasts, streaming services, algorithms, I think that most of us would be better off if our problem was reading too much. But the principle is still the same, which is to eliminate for a whole week, eliminate any outside voices that make it harder for you to hear your own voice. And I think that everyone just at this point just kind of decides what that means for them, since there hasn't been any updated guidance since this book was published. So for me personally, I am going as hardcore as I can handle. I want to get the maximum benefit out of doing it, and I just really want to see what kind of stuff bubbles up that I have been drowning out, you know? So I'm trying to avoid reading anything that is not absolutely necessary. I am logging off of the internet, so no social media, no YouTube, podcasts, Reddit, any of that. I'm going to try to make it through the whole week without watching any TV. Sorry if you can hear the airplanes, there are a lot of them today, and I am not gonna wait. I'm just gonna keep going. I'm trying to not even listen to music that has lyrics. I think that the idea is to just cut out all distractions, let yourself get really, really bored, and see what kinds of things your brain can come up with when you're not constantly taking in other people's stories and thoughts and ideas and opinions. And I've known that this week is coming, and I've been kind of scared for it, honestly. But today is actually my second day, and yesterday was so easy and actually so nice to just have a break from all the noise. So I think I'm gonna be okay. I think I'm gonna make it, but we'll see. I guess we'll see. I'm so excited for what's in this package. It was literally just delivered and I can't wait to open it up. It's something that I have been thinking about for so long, years. It's like any time that I have tried to think of a hobby that would be really fun to get into, this comes up. And in going through The Artist's Way the last couple weeks, there's been a lot of reflection questions that this has come up as an answer to. So I was like, this is something that I'm clearly very interested in, have been interested in for a long time. I'm just gonna go for it. So these are so pretty. When I was a kid, I loved roller skating, and I didn't get to do it like very often because we lived on a farm on a gravel road and stuff, but there were select moments when I did get to put on my roller skates, and it was just the most fun. And I have not had skates on my feet. There was one like brief moment in my 20s that I tried rollerblading, but not since then. I don't know, it just seems like something that I keep thinking would be fun to give another try, and I just think I could get really into it. So I need to see if these fit. Get them laced up, and then I'm gonna try them out. Along with my skates, I did invest in some good safety gear. I'm not interested in getting injured, so very important, all the right pads and a good helmet. Plus, I think I just look like a legit skater, don't I? So we're gonna just test this out and see if I can stay on my feet. All right, let's do this. I have to practice everything. I have to practice standing, okay, And moving. I'm feeling a little wobbly. How do I turn around? Okay. How do you go? Oh, you gotta bend your knees. Oh, this is gonna take some practice. Yep, leg workout. Oh my goodness. So it is like day 4, I think, of my deprivation week, and I'm still going strong. The evening times are when I start to get like a little bit over it and I'm just kind of out of energy and I would like to just turn the brain off and check out. So I'm just trying to find activities to do that don't involve too much thinking, just kind of relaxing. So I'm going to work on this little cross stitch project. I started this like a year ago, I think, probably a year ago. I started working on it, and I don't work on it very often. This is what it looks like. That's what I have done so far. And then this is what it looks like when it's all done. I just thought it was really cute with all the colors and the little smiley faces and hearts and rainbows, just cute and positive. So I'm just gonna work on this for a little bit. So it's 1, 2, 3, and that's the 4th one up from the outside of the E. 1, 2, 3, that's the 4th one. I always get confused on which direction I am making my little X's in, and I don't know if it matters that much. I don't know if it matters at all, actually. I'm not entering it in the fair or anything. That's what my mom would always say. We were working on a project like this. She would always say, now, if you were going to enter it in the fair, you'd have to do it this way. But we're not entering it in the fair, we're just gonna hang it on the wall. So we are just having fun and it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. I bought a couple of sweaters from Poshmark, and they're vintage, and I've had them in the freezer because I read that that is what you're supposed to do when you buy secondhand clothing, especially if there's wool. You're supposed to put it in the freezer. So these have been freezing for a couple of weeks now. Tied this very tight. Okay. And I'm gonna just take them out of the bags to thaw for a little while, and then I'm gonna wash them. And like I said, they are wool, and I am going to wash them and hope that I don't ruin them. There isn't really enough room here for both of them. If I fold the sleeves maybe like that. They're not like frozen, so I don't even know if they need to thaw technically, but I'm just gonna lay them here until I'm ready. Aren't they cute though? Have been sitting here for a few hours now, and I'm ready to try washing them. So usually wool sweaters, they always say dry clean only, but I was looking online and reading where other people who buy a lot of secondhand and vintage stuff, what they do, and they said to get this and just do a hand wash. And I think the secrets to not ruining your stuff is to not agitate and to use cold water. And it sounds simple enough, so I think it's probably going to be fine. But we'll find out. I'm going to do one in the sink and one in the tub because I'm afraid to put them in the same bath together in case the colors bleed or something. Okay, let's do it. they are supposed to just soak for 15 minutes, and then it also says you don't have to rinse it out, so I guess you just, after 15 minutes, wring them out a little bit and then lay them to dry flat. The other thing I wanted to say is that these are not like pure wool, they're like a wool blend. That probably makes a little bit of a difference. Yeah, I don't know, I hope it works. I think they're both really cute, so I don't want to ruin them. And we're back. I said earlier that I was going to wring these out, but I didn't mean wring like twisting. I'm just going to gently press the water out, maybe gently squeeze, but no twisting. Just wanted to clarify. My sweaters are dry. It took a couple of days for them to dry fully. I don't have like proper drying racks and stuff, so I had to lay them out on the counters, and it did take a while, but they came out really nicely, I think. Yeah, I think they came out really nicely. There's no damage. There's no shrinking. They smell good. They smell clean. So washing worked. A little bit inconvenient, but I really was excited about both of these sweaters. I'm gonna try them on for you. They're vintage, supposedly from the 90s. I know a lot of people my age and older will hear that and be like, ugh, 90s, that's not vintage. But you guys, 1990 was a long time ago. It was 35 years ago. I'm pretty sure the cutoff for vintage is 30 years. So I love this like chunky collar. It's really thick. I love the pattern. I love the way it fits. I've just been wanting to incorporate some more unique pieces into my wardrobe. Everything that I have is very basic and very like, for the last few years I've really been dressing for comfort and functionality, which is, there's nothing wrong with that, but I used to like to use clothes as like a creative expression, you know, and I have gotten away from doing that, so I kind of want to work back in some more fun pieces into my wardrobe. I really like this one too. They're just like grandpa sweaters, ski sweaters, I don't know what you want to call them, but I just really like the patterns. Yeah. So anyway, those are my sweaters, and I don't think you need to be afraid to wash wool things. Don't be afraid of wool. Nothing to be afraid of. These are gonna go in my closet for a couple more weeks though, because it's gonna be like 90 today. We're ready for fall though. We're prepared. Well, my deprivation week is officially over, and it was really not as hard as I thought it would be at all. I thought that I would be really struggling and just like wanting to reach for my phone a lot more than I was actually. I made it 5 whole days with nothing but my own thoughts.
But then when the weekend came around, I just really wanted to read a book. And so I found one on the Libby app and started reading that Saturday night. And I did watch a couple of my favorite like cozy YouTubers and get caught up on their videos, but that's it really. I did not go on any of the social media like Instagram, Reddit, any of that. I still haven't. I didn't listen to music at all. I didn't listen to any podcasts. So I think I did pretty good. I think I did really pretty good. And it was so nice to just have a break, honestly. I found that I was pretty content to just sit and stare out the window when I needed to like rest a little bit. So that was surprising. I found lots of stuff to do. I stayed very busy, which was good. Oh, I think it was really worth it. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I stuck with it as well as I did. I think it was good to prove to myself that I can just exist with myself, but it's not that scary after all, and that I can just like do things without having to like hype myself up for it or find the perfect playlist or find an interesting podcast to listen to while I'm doing it. That's something that I always have a hard time with, like when I'm cooking or cleaning or just like doing boring things like that. I always like to distract my mind, and like sometimes I feel like I just simply cannot do a task like that if I don't have something to listen to. So that was really good to prove to myself. As far as like art and creativity and that kind of stuff goes, because that's the point, right? I do think that I had some clarity around some questions that I have had for a long time. I don't think it's what I was expecting. I need to think about it some more before I get into it too much, but I think it's exciting. I'm excited. I feel excited, so that's good. And so the week is over. I want to be very intentional about how I start bringing back media consumption. It's such a slippery slope, but I want to try to really just curate what I'm taking in. Just be more mindful about it, be more selective, not let the algorithms decide for me so much what I want to see, and just try not to get so sucked in so deep that it feels like an addiction. Like I want to put some boundaries around the internet and the social medias and the external voices, and just be careful. I just want to be more careful about all that and give myself more time every day to just have moments of silence, sit with myself and my own thoughts, and just, yeah, I think it was really good. It was a really good, healthy thing to do, and I would like to take some of it with me moving forward. So that was week 4, and now we're going to move into week 5. So thank you so much for being here, for hanging out with me. I hope you're enjoying this series. I am having a lot of fun doing it and making the videos, so I just appreciate you coming along for the ride. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you will consider doing that so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming videos. So on to week 5, and I'll see you next time. Bye!